Okay, I just decided to drop in after the gig. I'm doing my Al Meal headband thing, but the tide went from one place to the next. Anyway, I want to share another axiom with you. This is an axiom that's also covered in one of the other videos. Axiom number 9. Talent is an overstated and overrated word for aptitude. Aptitude is essential and varies from individual to individual, but without conspicuous repetition is never actualized or recognized as talent. Therefore, it ain't the talent, it's the reps. Now, you've seen several of my videos that say, keep practicing, get enough reps in. And I'll tell you what, if you get enough reps on your scales, and I'm going to be honest here, when you're practicing the scales, there are 3 scale studies that we use in guitar mechanics. We use the individual discrete scales, the scales that fit the chord shapes, the 5 chord shapes. Then we connect them. That's another scale / chord exercise. And the third one is attached to the chordal exercise, which is the 5 chord shapes played in sequence. And of course, there are 5 variations. We call it the spelling bee. That's the third scale study that we use. Then when you get beyond that and you get to the advanced level, we do some modal practice. We add the scales that are done that are chromatic, every note octave to octave. And those are what's that, 4 or 5, maybe 6 scale studies that cause a distillation, a distilling of all the information. The stuff you really need is in those scale studies. When you alter a scale, you got to know what you're altering. If you don't know what the scale is that you're altering, you don't even know what key you're in. It's important you know what key you're in, but again, if you number it and look at it as a matrix, as a number system, it's much easier to see in your mind's eye. So again, these exercises are designed to take you to that point, all right, so that you actually have this stuff in your head. But it doesn't happen until certain numbers of repetitions. I'm going to be honest, I said this earlier. Probably somewhere around the 10 to 30,000 repetitions of your scales. Okay, that's going to, all of a sudden, nobody's going to come to the site. Now, wait a minute, I didn't mean to scare you off. That'll go quickly if you follow the reps guide that we give you, that we tell you about. Again, when you're advanced, you play 5 reps of each scale from a certain fret point to the next fret point. You go from the 3rd fret to the 10th fret to the E and A shapes. The G and C shapes are from the 5th fret to the 12th fret. Again, if you do these sets twice a day, it's 140 reps of each scale. And you do them a couple more times a day, it adds up very quickly. So you can see if you get a minimum of 140 reps a day of your scales, at the end of 10 days, you've got 1,400 reps. At the end of 100 days, you have 14,000 reps. 14,000. Yeah, that's what 140 reps a day. What is that? It's not much. You can jack that up as you play faster. You play a little faster, learn to play your scales a little quicker. You can practice them fast and slow. You can double that up, and you won't be taking the extra time, because the ones you're doing a little faster, do a few more reps on those. You'll get more reps in the same amount of time. Again, split your practice up. Don't do it all at once. You know, some guys will really work out on the weights and they'll practice their scales for a half an hour straight without stopping. Just keep just going from scale to scale. Or again, there's chordal exercises that we have in the book that are very, very much that way. You know, you start with your 5 chord shapes, but then we got all the blues variations, and then all the advanced chord study variations. You can do those in all keys. We have a couple of other exercises that are just 2-5-1 practices, kind of advanced from the 2-5-1 and the endless loop at dawn. So if you've looked at the advanced level, that's where to go with that. The more reps you get, the faster this will go. So don't be afraid of practicing a little bit every day. Get your reps in. How many times do you think I played that?